They can be any answers you want, funny or.
Really? You're gonna like this show.
I don't have the children in here, so we're good.
We're doing table dances, baby. Giving you a lap.
Come on, you've been doing them all day.
Need a bigger table for Jake. Well, I can say that out loud.
Okay. That's good? All right, who has the first question?
I do. Can he go to a different table?
I only have one table.
Can he go through a table?
No, there's a table right there.
Okay. Questions?
Gee, that was quick. Okay, let's go.
Come on, guys.
Sure, go ahead.
What do you feel the direction that professional wrestling is going today? Because you have two companies, WWE and TNA being the primary ones. Do you feel these companies will merge over time?
No, I don't think so. You know, I think McMahon likes the competition. Like when WCW and WWE were there, that was the highest ratings in wrestling. And I don't even think Vince acknowledges TNA. You know, when you do interviews, you don't even mention the other company because you know they're really not on the same scale as WWE.
The same scale and not even the same water.
Just out of curiosity, what do you guys think of TNA? Or Impact, whatever you want to call it?
Let me finish that last question and go to this one. Wank. 2 strikes and you're out. Okay. I agree with Jim. It's you know, miles and miles and light years away. As far as the direction, it's hard to, I mean, it's not what I like, but then again, I like cold toilet seats. So, you know, I'm a little different. The athletes today, without a doubt, are some of the best athletes ever. I mean, my God. Yeah, I could beat their ass if I could use this 2x4 and a snake. That's to slow the son of a bitches down. But it's just different today, man. And time, progress, somebody that I can't stand once told me, not you, somebody else, there's no such thing as a bad idea. It's just bad timing for it. And again, it's not what I like, but so what?
Yeah, I think it's good. There's TNA. There's more opportunity for guys to work. You know,
To work.
Yeah, a lot of guys, you know, they say, "Hey, I want to be a wrestler." I said, "Well, kids, you know, there's 1,500 NFL football players playing this year. There's maybe 120 wrestlers on contract for WWE. It's an extremely competitive business, and so any other company that comes up and gives other guys an opportunity, place to work, make money, support their family, I think it's good. Do I ever think there'll be really competition for WWE? No, but I think it's a good alternative. For every Hertz, there's an Avis. That's a rental car.
Oh, you don't steal them anymore?
Hey, I actually saw both of you guys in Fall River at PFW, whatever it is, Top Rope Promotions. How is life on the independent circuit compared to?
There's no comparison.
There's no comparison.
I mean, it sucks, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I retired 2 years ago because of my health. Shit, but it's getting much better. Losing weight and getting myself healthy again. But it's tough when you go into a locker room and you look at somebody and say, "Who am I wrestling?" It's that guy over there. And so I say, "Hey, dude, how long you been wrestling?" 12 years. Great. Then I go out in the ring and say, "What the is this?" And then I find out afterwards, yeah, I've been wrestling 12 years, but I've had 4 matches each year. 48 pretty matches. I had 48 pretty matches in 6 weeks in a day, you know? And it's not their fault they don't get the opportunity to learn, you know? We were very fortunate that there were so many territories and you could go, hey, you know, you go to Texas for a while, you go to Oklahoma for a while, you go to Florida for a while, and move around the country and really hone your trade.
Learn your trade.
These guys today, they go from the frying pan into the fire. They don't have an opportunity to learn. They go and learn for 6 months, and all of a sudden they're main event, man, on Monday night, and brother, their nuts are on the line. Hey, that's a lot of free pressure.
Well, that's the one thing about the Indies, though. It's kind of like going full circle. Back in the old days, we would do the territories, and you'd do National Guard armories and high school gyms and stuff like that. And of course, you evolve and you go up to WWE, and you're doing 80, 90,000 people at WrestleMania. And now towards the twilight of our career, here we are back in doing the small shows. It's funny, we just had the 1,000th episode of Monday Night Raw in St. Louis. We had 18,000 people there. The next night I was at County Fair in Iowa. We had maybe 200 people there. You know,
That's counting the cows.
yeah. But it's still, I enjoy it
In the bowl.
But it is different, but it's fun.
It seems like a good opportunity to meet with the fans, especially like me growing up watching you guys.
For the fans
Yeah.
to interact with the wrestlers,
Yeah.
you get closer to the show, it's more intimate.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't have the fireworks, the costumes,
No.
the pageantry and stuff, but still,
Unless you come to my room.
Thank
They
you.
got the
I'll
costume.
say it out loud.
Jake, I know Duggan talked about wrestling the Giant in Madison Square Garden. What was your biggest memory?
Him,
Andre,
he's a life changer. He used to do some horrible things to me. One of the worst things that ever happened to me in my life was getting in the ring with him in Montreal, Canada, because he was French speaking, and it seems he had maybe a couple of drinks extra, and that wasn't good. There's nothing scarier than being in the ring with a playful fucking giant. Things that weigh 550 should not be allowed to be playful. Because their idea of fun is death for those persons. And we were in the ring and he's giggling. I'm like, holy shit. He did some bad things to me. I mean, he used to knock me down and he'd stand on my hair and grab my arms and pull. And my hair just goes ding, 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 like piano strings. I walk back in, I'd be like, God, I hate when he does that.
They could come to the dressing room going, I hate when he does that.
You know, and then that night it got to another level of bad. He got me in the corner and crushed me. And as I melted like a puddle of yang onto the mat, he squatted on me. Well, his hand slipped off the rope and he adjusted my toenails to the tip of my hairs. And he's like, ugh. But then it really got bad. As he's sitting there, he starts laughing. And the referee, everybody goes, why are you laughing? He goes, I'm farting. And my shoulder is vibrating. And this is maybe news to you guys. Giants fart for a long time. This fart was like 40 seconds. The referee walked up, he goes, now why are you laughing? I'm still farting. You know, and my shoulder's still vibrating. Well, I had like a wine stain on my shoulder for about 2 weeks, man. It looked like a birthmark. That was a bad night at the opera. You know, I guess I should have walked into the locker room and just bitch slapped you, but I didn't because I'm a nice guy. Man, I'm not
Still alive.
Yeah. That's what it was like. But a pleasure every night because the man demanded your best, and you're proud when you walked out there, not just because you're alive, but because you knew that you'd give a damn good performance.
What was your? You guys are basically like absolute legends in the
Well, I
in
am.
it.
Something like that.
So I just have to ask, what would you say is your favorite, the most fondly remembered match that you've been through?
There's been way too many. Way too many.
See, mine, like I was telling this gentleman, it was Andre, the main event at Madison Square Garden. I'm from upstate New York, so when I was a kid, I went to the NITs down at the Garden. This is the mystique of MSG. And of course, to be main event with, 20,000 plus, and like I said, you're out there with the boss, with a giant. And just to be in the ring with him was an experience. But that's the one thing that I really
In starting out in your career, I would have never, ever dreamed of even being in the same ring with that man. Because, you say bigger than life? Goddamn right he is, look at him, So, I just had too many. I mean, there's too many different reasons for different places, different times for me. Because I didn't go to knitting tournaments. NIT, knitting.
It's sports, you wouldn't understand.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
I love my dad.
That's the best old man outfit I've ever seen.
Not Halloween. Next. Oh.
Was there ever a script or something they wanted you to do that was just over the top that
Sure there is, but the really great ones, and I'm not saying I'm great, but what I strive for was even to take the most asinine idea and make it work. Because that takes knowing what you're doing and knowing your character and knowing how to hit that home run and being able to round those bases without being ashamed of what you just went out there and did.
I know was WCW, they were trying to push me out of my contract, and get me to quit. So I knew the company was going under, so we wanted to stay with the company as long as possible. And they made me the janitor of WCW, where I had to clean the toilets. And they said, well, you're gonna have to clean Vince Russo's toilet with a toothbrush. And I'm like, well, that's great, instead of doing this deal, I'm in there, I poured a Diet Coke in there, I'm cleaning the toilet, brother. So I said, you give me my TV time, I'll get my character over. Yeah, so,
that's the smart one.
That's the way to do it. And the bottom line is you just stick with the company and don't ever take yourself out of the game.
And don't take that shit. See how I do that? I'm so quick.
Nobody else really
Couple
I
more
want to ask you
questions
guys,
are out here.
what you guys perform in, the wrestlers in the 70s and the 80s, like the level of performance was incredible. And like you said, nowadays there's not the circuit to develop the young talent.
Right.
What do you think they're missing out on most? Is it the physical, athleticism, or is it the character development?
It's the opportunity for them to learn their whole damn trade, whether it be interviews, psychology, how to make a move and do it at the right time.
Right.
I mean, the best thing, to me, wrestling is like having sex, okay? Because the idea is to start out slow and build, not shoot your best shot first, and then try to come back later. Because it's over, you're outside smoking a cigarette and it's done. You gotta build this thing.
Tell a story.
These guys don't get the opportunity to learn that, and they're under such fire that they rush everything. And again, I feel sorry for these guys because I would have never made it starting out the way I do today.
It's a different
I
business.
mean, I've just been blown out of the water.
But a lot of folks are critical of the product today, but WrestleMania, 80,000 people. This year we're going to be at the Meadowlands, there'll be probably 90,000 people at the Meadowlands. I always talk to the NFL guys, I'm like, world champions? You guys been to Japan, Australia, WWE since, Jake probably too. In the 30 years I've been wrestling, I've wrestled in every state of the union, every province of Canada, in 23 different countries.
Yeah.
It's amazing the reach and scope of the WWE.
You have no idea, man.
It's worldwide.
It's scary.
Yeah, but I'll tell you though, we watch WWE Classic, you guys,
Yeah.
and then we watch the product on Monday Night Raw. Huge difference. Just
Sure.
we miss you guys.
Sure.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Good, I'll see you in my room. I'll say it out loud. One more question, guys. I'm gonna
Yep,
get
one
out
more
of here.
question.
One more. You're new. Oh, wrong one. Next.
I remember seeing you pants rash and Rick Rude over in the Civic Center over here. Big fan ever since I was a kid. What do you say to your fans out there that kind of following you, grew up, the inventor of the
It's really
DDT?
simple. It's really simple. Thank you all so much for providing for me and my family and giving me the opportunity and supporting me for all those years. And sometimes I was just damn sure didn't deserve it. That's it for me. You can ask questions to Jim, but just say them real slow. Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys very much.
I was like a bad foot, so he's making me walk. Oh.
All right, and we've got